Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're going to be looking at the DC Comics The Art of Lee Bermejo art book that just came out. So I'm really excited about this because I have left it in the plastic so we can literally experience this together. So I'm going to peel the plastic here. So you can find this for about $50. Check your local stores, of course. And if they're not there, then try to look at online. So let me take the dust jacket off here. Oh, we got a different image on here too. So that's Lee right there, which I had never even seen him before either. So here is the interior cover. Looks like. And I would spread it out. I don't want to destroy the spine on this though, but it could probably handle it. But I just don't want to do that. So Wonder Woman in there too. So this covers DC, so anything he's done. Superman there. So here's an intro by Brian Azzarello, who he did a few books with him. He did a Lex Luthor series, Joker series, and then I think Batman Damned were all by them together. So yeah, they're even going with the Wildstorm stuff in here, so I haven't seen any of this. And I'm not going to read all the stuff here, so that's something I encourage you. You had a nice little extra bonus if you purchase the book. You can get all those extra benefits here. So yeah, we see a lot of just black and white style here, which is still striking, even though it's not as painted stuff, which is really what I am the most excited by. This is still very cool too. And I don't know much about the Wildstorm. And you talk about another artist here, Carlos Janda, who I don't know at all, actually. So, and there's a Superman series. So it looks like this just goes chronologically as well. So that's good. I always like when books are able to encapsulate the full history like that. So yeah, this is like the interior work here. He's done his share of covers, but he can certainly tell a story too. Next we see a little interview here with Adam Hughes, who is another great cover artist that I'm sure you're all aware of. And then we have another series here, Batman Death Blow. Here's his straight out pencils here. His interiors here looking a lot more painterly. Then here's a thing from Dustin Wynn. He's another great artist as well. We have Lex Luthor Man of Steel. So this was his first mini-series that I've really heard of. The other couple things didn't really ring a bell, but this for sure is one I'm aware of, but I haven't read it. So I would love to, though. Look at this. Adding a level of intensity to Superman that is certainly not often seen. And able to make someone even like Lex look compelling and interesting enough. Does a pretty good job, too. Because, villains like the Joker and stuff, it's easier to kind of over-exaggerate and, highly stylize. But when they're just, rich, bald billionaires, it's a little harder to make it still look very unique and make it interesting. So he's certainly done a good job of that. There's Bizarro in there. And then we have Joker. This is the 2008 series. And I did read this. I checked it out way later, though. And it's always been a subject kind of kicked around. I'm not sure or not. But the way he draws Joker in this series very much reflects the Heath Ledger Joker. So it's hard to say for me which one came first. I don't actually know. They both came out kind of around the same time. See, he's got the scarring on the lips there and stuff. I don't know if he was doing this off model of the movie one, or it was the other way around. But they certainly work in unison with each other. And it's a very gritty, grounded, realistic take on these characters here. I remember even Killer Croc didn't look much like a crocodile, but still a very large, brooding character. So everything about it was more serious and believable. So Wednesday Comics, and I've heard of this, but I haven't read it either. At this time, I think I was probably just reading more Marvel stuff than DC stuff, honestly. I didn't start regularly buying DC for a while until around the Death of the Family storyline by Snyder and Capullo for Batman with the New 52. And then when they did Rebirth, that's when I started to pick up Superman again as well, because they had Doomsday and stuff like that back in there, and the nostalgia nods were just too great for me to ignore. John Arcudi, I don't know who this is either. So when I'm done here, I imagine I will have a lot of reading and learning to do about these people in Lee's life. So Batman Noel I have heard of, but once again, one I haven't read. And it's been said that the new Batman movie coming out, a lot of the costume looks pretty well modeled on this Batman here. And then there's been hints of the Sean Gordon Murphy Batman there as well with the collar and stuff. But I could see it. So, and here's an image here. It focuses more on positive and negative space. It's very cool. And it is actually snowing outside where I'm living right now, so this is kind of fitting for that. But his style is just so great. I love it. I love how he's able to just produce such quality work, such unforgettable work. It just all looks so good. Even the most common and mundane things he's able to make look amazing. So he really has a true talent. We have Before Watchmen here, which I did read this, so. And they had a lot of great artists for this Before Watchmen series. The toughest part was just knowing how much that Alan Moore didn't want them to do all that stuff, you know. See Batman Black and White, 2014. And I'm behind on the Batman Black and Whites. I think I read like just volume 1. They released them as like floppies and then they put out a trade. Yeah, you can certainly see some of the patents and cowl stuff there. But I think the black and white stories are best experienced inside of a trade, just because, you know, they're written and prepared like an anthology more than anything else. So it's kind of weird to have the little floppies for them. And then he did some covers for We Are Robin, I believe. I don't think he did any interiors. This is the challenge of writing. Did he write some too? I am unfamiliar if he did. I just know this cover especially well. Yeah. Covers were very striking, of course. Suiciders. I have no idea what this one is. A newer project. And so jealous of all the good architecture. This will be one for me to check out later too. So that's a good thing. Like I know him from a lot of covers and stuff, but the book has made me aware of more things for me to go check out. So. And of course, Batman Damned, which I have read for sure. Mission accomplished. I'm sure that's in reference to how offensive this book was taken with the showing of Batman's privates in that one scene. Just kind of the panic over it, and you know, so it was considered like an R-rated Batman story, which we don't get a whole lot, you could argue, you know, like Killing Joke and stuff like that. And then once again, even with this, they were trying to do some different redesigns and stuff too. I remember that you just saw like the demon looked different than he normally does in here and stuff like that. So this, I'm assuming, is older stuff. Here's a Calvin and Hobbes type style here. Never seen this before. Here we go. Here's some covers. So the question is, how many covers are they gonna show? And are they all the newer ones? This is certainly not newer ones here. This is from 2001. I have faithfully been buying all of his new covers. And I know this one here. Yeah, a lot of these covers I haven't actually seen before. I wonder what this was from. Maybe it says on the previous page. All-Star Batman #1. So yeah, this is what they used for the interior cover with the dust jacket off. Great image. I'm assuming these are all Suicide Squad ones here. Yeah, I know this one. Oh. And then this is the Dust Jackets cover here. And then there's a write-up by Jock about him. So yeah, that answers the question that it does not have the newer Detective Comics covers in here. So if you're a huge fan of Lee, make sure to keep picking up those Detective Comics covers too, because those are not in here. So I'm kind of happy that I have those, because they're not in this book. So even though this looks like pretty extensive, it doesn't have those newer covers in there. So nice little side note. Yeah, let me know down below if there is a particular image you really liked. You can timestamp it, of course. And let me know what you thought. Let me know of some other great artists maybe I haven't heard of, or that you know of that have art books that I could possibly check out in the future. Like the video, share this thing out, subscribe if you haven't. We still have the Deadmau5 Rare Funko Pop Shop Sold Out giveaway going on. I'm going to be doing the drawing on the next haul. I have a link to the video where you comment in to win that down below. If there's nothing else, you all have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.